So as I wake up in the morning, I can see the mountains and the sun shining and the wind is blowing, and I give God thanks every day for life. But more and more, I have been losing my drive towards the weekend. It used to be the time of the week that I look forward to so much. But these days, when Friday comes, it's almost like a burden. And Saturday mornings are like I'm falling a hole. I'm in a quandary as to where I'm going next. Um, and it's becoming so sad because today I decided that, all right, there's two things now for me, that I'm going to go to to the bar to drink some wine, or I'm going to go to the social club. And today I choose to come to the social club. And I wanted to understand something. I wanted to look at what's happening here. Look right here. That's Christmas decoration. And you might say, so what's wrong with that, right? We're totally decorated for Christmas. We just finished Halloween, teaching the kids to carve pumpkin and making faces. And that's an angel falling down at the feet of, uh, well, that could be Dagon when they took the Ark of the Covenant, and Dagon fell down in the temple before it. That's a fallen angel. So we just came out of Halloween. The kids were inside doing pumpkin. Everywhere is decked. And we have the nativity scene set up. When did we get here? When did we get here? When did we get to this place as Seventh-day Adventist? When did we get here? And I think how we got here was not just 1888, where we did not embrace righteousness by faith. But I think it started in 1844 when we did not understand, or they did not understand or understood the truth of the 1844 movement and message. 1844 was not about Adventism. 1844 was about God's people. When they left to come to the United States, they were told that there are other truths that will come, and they should test all truths and embrace the truth as it comes, because there were more truth to be revealed. So 1844 was about all churches, because Luther believed what he did, Calvin believed what he did, and as they came together, they stopped there. The Seventh-day Adventist Church came into being and believed what the forefathers came up with, but they stopped there. They did not continue. But remember, this whole doctrinal belief system was coming back out of a dark time when there was nothing and people were hiding, and if you mention it, you'd be dead. So you were hiding. So the truth has never left. The truth was just hidden by a couple. And now that it's coming back, Martin Luther, Huss, Jerome, Wycliffe, all these guys are working to bring the truth back, rediscovering the truth, bring it back to the forefront. It got to 1844 where the Sabbath now should be embraced by all the churches as a part of the truth that they now know. And they rejected it. And what was left was a group of people who said, we are the remnant because we were left off the disappointment time. So the thing is, we got here because instead of us cleaning everything out of the land when we came back from Egypt, we allow it to stay. And over time, Seventh-day Adventism is going right back into Egypt, going right back into papacy, going right back into unbelief, going right back into all the festivals. Look, we were carving pumpkin at the time when the children were supposed to have their story about Christ. This is what we're doing. And over there, you could see the lights. And on the door, you could see those garlands or wreaths. So this is not made up. I'm talking about their two festival right here. But if you had came earlier, you'd see that they had the fall, the straws, and the scarecrow man and all that stuff out there. You know, you would see it, and they're embracing it totally with their candy cane thing on the ground. This is the church that, what is happening here? What is happening? And they're saying there's nothing wrong with this. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing this. But what is this symbolizing? Where is this going? When is it gonna stop? And where is the line? Where is the line? You see, everyone talk about what is becoming destroyed and extinct from this world. I think the only thing that we're losing and we're not being careful of is truth. Truth is becoming extinct from this world. And the moment you extinguish truth, then a lie told long enough become that truth. And if you give different version of the truth, just mix with a little difference, over time, the truth is gone because no one really can identify anymore what that truth is supposed to be. So, this is heartbreaking because it's like everyone else would say, so what's the problem? The problem is because this church that I'm at right now was one of the churches that invited 20 other churches to become a part of a group of churches that were going out to evangelize the whole community. And what they were doing were they were swapping pulpits. So our pastors would go to a Baptist, Anglican, Presbyterian. They would come over and preach at some point. So they were swapping pulpits. And you say, what's wrong with that? What a Baptist preacher is going to preach to an Adventist, a Seventh-day Adventist? And what a Seventh-day Adventist is they're going to preach what they have in common. They're not going to preach the truth as thus saith the Lord. It's going to be what they have in common shape so that they don't offend. Oh, man, so you understand what I'm saying. I'm at the Social Justice Club. Or the other one is the bar. Because when I get there, what they teach is once save, always save. And if you kill yourself, even if you die by suicide, God will accept you because he wouldn't have sent his son to die so that people can go to hell. Imagine these doctrines and these principles being taught in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Brothers and sisters, we don't understand what is happening here, or else we would do something about it. The Lord is not just calling Seventh-day Adventists and say, if anybody is not a part of this church, if you're not a part of the truth, you won't make it. But to say that someone has to be a part of the Seventh-day organization, coming to sit in the pews, and it's the only time you can make it to heaven, we are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. You think this is going to change? These guys, I've met some of them, the writers of the new system. They are dangerous. They're stubborn. You cannot speak to them. They won't talk to you. They're masters. These guys are masters. They won't open their mouth to you. They won't even speak to you. Because these guys are well advanced in what they're doing. Years have passed. And I want to put out some terms here. And one of the term is union movement, because this movement was started in Union College. And the people who practice it are called, they practice Fordism. Desmond Ford, Fordism. And they are leading us to a place where we have no clue. These pastors, most of them are in their 60s and 70s, and they have become the church. They're what we know now, and they're in total control. And we will say, "Oh, the Catholic Church is in this. A Catholic Church is no." What the Catholics will do is Jesuits. They will come in and they will take a high position. They will probably marry to a woman, have one child with her, and they will get into a high position. They will marry someone in position. They will get into the position, and then what they do, they look for men from among us who are Adventists, and they will promote them to the highest level, as many of them as they can find that have a different mindset as according to the thus said the Lord and the gospel. And they will promote them and let them do the work. I remember one time there was a plantation still remaining in a country. I remember well, something was said about it. And they were planting, I think, mangoes and cane. And the people from the community would go and take it, eat whatever they want to do from there. And one of the owner's son, who is Caucasian, was shooting at the people. And he said, "Man, I will get rid of you, even you're my son." And the conversation was, "You don't do that. Never do that again." And he reprimanded him. And the whole concept was, let us get someone that looked like them to do it. And what he did, he went out and hired some security guards, and he paid them really well, even gave them a place to live. And these security guards will not even question shooting a black person who is just trying to eat something to fill their belly from the mango trees or break a cane. They will not question. They would shoot them at will like birds. So I want you to understand that the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Baptist, the Presbyterian, they're all infiltrated, bringing them back all to mama. And we'll say, "Oh, it's the Catholic Church." No, they come in and they marry to the woman, they marry to the men, they do all these things. But at the end of the day, what is happening here is they're more or less taking full control of the churches through the pastors that are here. They're taking control of the churches through those who have a different mindset, through those who don't want Ellen White anymore, through those who want to turn this church around, to those who want to have 500 member churches, to those who want to have mega churches. It's turning this church around because these people want to be great. And they see no reason why they can't get involved in politics, and no reason why they can't do this. And a lot of pastors are leaving the Seventh-day Adventist Church. They're having their own logo and all the things that are happening now, because they're saying the way things are here, it's not gonna get us where we want to go. It's not gonna get the message out there. Project 2025 in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Anyone ever realize how eerily connected it seems to be a part of the whole project 2025 in the government? Is anyone realizing that? That the Seventh-day Adventist Church has their own Project 2025 to correlate with Project 2025 run by the government and Heritage Foundation. Are we blind? When we become this blind, when have we were the people of the word become this blind? Blinded by what? It tells you that we don't want this, thus say the Lord. We want smooth doctrine. We want things to be spoken to us. I even came to this very place before and saw someone outside smoking. And he was there for years, and he would just smoke at will. And he came, and I was like upset that he actually came in the building smoking. And the pastor told me to leave him alone because they're discipling him. And the guy's wife is inside sitting down praising God, and he's out here for 2.5 years smoking with a gun in his back pocket with an extended clip, not hiding. And I asked, If he's seen smoking and someone else is struggling with it and it seems okay for so many years, he's here and he smoked all the way into the foyer of the church. The elders are standing there with him smoking and blowing his cigarette. And I asked them, what is this? They say, leave him. And they were so stubborn about it. And I said, how many people you're going to lose trying to gain just one person? If he's at his job and they say he can't smoke, he cannot smoke, period. But yet he's allowed to do it here. I'll say over time I realized that he stopped smoking. He still have his gun hanging out his pocket with an extended clip, probably 14 in the magazine. But he's not smoking. To God be the glory. He doesn't talk to me though because someone told him, it seems, that I said something about it. So no matter how I tried, he just will not speak to me. So it's okay. But one day if he's in the kingdom, then we will be okay. My friends, love and live honorably.